What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? It's your boy Caleb Dunbar, CEO King Shin Mindset. What up? What up? I got a banger for you guys today. Now, this is by far out of all the live lessons I've done. This one right here is going to get you in complete line with yourself. The 9 types of intelligence. And if you don't know the 9 types of intelligence, I'm about to go into detail on each one and also to the career paths you can gladly take that maximize your own natural gift. Let's see. So, all of these right here. Now, I'm going to let y'all know right now, I can barely pronounce some of these words, because where I'm born and raised from, we pronounce certain syllables in the same essence or whatever like that. So forth, so on. So you guys are probably going to have a good time listening to me trying to pronounce these things, but it is what it is. Like, so number one, visual logistics. Ooh, you see what I'm saying? So it's going to be something. It's going to be something, but, bear with me. Y'all can pronounce it your damn self. Other than that, let's get on into it. This is what we're going to be going over. So, before we get into anything, so you guys have a glance about me and who I am, I'm a life clarifier. And the reason why I'm a life clarifier, if you never even heard of that, is more than just this, thinking about it in this simple form. We make life complicated by the things and realizing what we try to do, survive. And this is a job, work, bills, and stuff. We got the marks, we got to do habits and all things like that. We make it complicated, so we feel like we have so much on our plate and things like that. Versus for me, I get in tapped into you. Understand what's going on in your life and things of nature, and we clear up all the fog, all the essence of pressure, all these emotions that really doesn't matter, and make it clear cut and realizing your core values of who you are and what to live by. And I implement certain things to really help you nourish yourself and give you the proper resources and such. So a glance about me, then realizing that growth is a sign you're further from yesterday. It don't get no better than that. And to get a more glance about me, I'm born and raised in poverty. So I live by that, and I know that I'm way further than what I was born and raised in. You know what I'm saying? Way further. You catch me rice and all kind of shit like that. Didn't know what I was going to eat every day, but sometimes we had to survive. And then when I came 17, got signed. My mama signed accordingly, get me in the military, and it changed my life completely. Went to 20 plus countries, from deployments and just traveling and stuff like that. I've been in a relationship for 7+ years, so I have the background of relationships. So I understand the mechanisms of all the things a man been through, lied, cheated, still, no, not still, but even more so as younger, even more so relationship, going through all the emotions of the oceans of understanding what it really means to connect with somebody and live with somebody and things that they feel like it's forever and such. Of course, also too, buying my first car, knowing all those things, have a degree, published a book, podcast, started a business, going crazy, and much more. So I got a lot of gems about life and what it takes to really make shit happen. So I can definitely hold somebody accountable, but even give them the resources and understanding what you're trying to do. Here's the great blueprints from my own personal experiences, what I can do and what I've done. So take lessons. So without further ado, let's get into the number one. So the first one is the visual. Now, this is probably the easy word I'm going to be able to pronounce the whole time, but it is what it is. The visual. So this is picture smart. So such as yourself. Are you a visual type of learner? Are you really, really, really like that? So here's more so inside of it. People who are strong in this ability tends to think in pictures rather than in words. They can visualize solutions to problems, can see the answers to questions, and can understand the dimensions of the possible scenario. Really think about that. And dope careers that can follow that: scholar, artist, inventor, architect, mechanic, and engineer. So for me, before we get further and get all in detail, realize you can be multiple intelligence. You can have multiple intelligence. You know what I'm saying? You could be great at this, great at this, great at this, and just whack at some of these other ones. You're about to learn that about yourself right now. So you really start to understand in life, the older you get, the more things you start to gravitate to more, because now you have freedom of choice, if that makes sense. When you're younger, your parents make you live the life that they want you to live or whatever like that they feel going for it. Because, when you get older, people don't realize, depending on when your parents had you, they figuring out themselves, and yet alone, they trying to help you figure out yourself too as well. So you got to bear with that for your patience, but even more so, visual learner. Are you a visual learner? For me, I don't think of no pictures when somebody tell me words. No, I would say memories, but not pictures. So that's my take. So that's one, visual. Now, the next one. Like I told you, the damn words, I wasn't born and raised to pronounce. All right, because I failed English all my life. So, yeah, I get the word. So that word, basically, word smart. So basically, people are typically good at reading, writing, telling stories, and memorizing words along with dates. They tend to learn best by reading, taking notes, listening to lectures and discussions and debate. Your career path for that is a poet, journalist, writer, teacher, lawyer, So that's all the rest that you can actually get indulged with. But even more so, get in more in detail. Like for me, I published a book and booklets and all the stuff you guys can enjoy. Really think about the regards to this. In life, sometimes you just go for shit and see what happens within yourself. Am I one of these? Well, for me, I can say I'm an author. I'm glad to be an author, but am I really word smart? I know how to apply myself and educate myself and how to put my words out beautifully. I know how to learn, I know how to do all those things, and I just know how to put it. So I know how to apply myself. But in my word part, as y'all can see, I can barely pronounce words, but it's all about a quick look and apply. But I wanted to make sure you guys authentically know, like, this is me. I'm not trying to, I'm not pre-made for this. I'm just being me off the rip. Live lesson. That's what it's supposed to be about. No takes, first take. So with that, really grasp yourself. Are you really a word smart type of person? Are you really good with your words and memorizing words and things of that nature? What do you really like to do? You love to read and stuff like that. So to me, I can definitely relate to this one. Now, number 3, logical. Number/reasoning smart. This smart involves the capacity to recognize patterns, work with abstract symbols such as numbers and, you know, geometric shapes, and see relationships or connections between separate pieces of information, and some career paths: scientists, engineers, accountants, mathematicians. So really think about and understand. I don't know if there's too many people who really like this. There ain't that many scientists and engineers, accountants maybe, mathematicians maybe, cool. Because I used to be, when I was young, I'm good with math. But ask yourself in regards to this, are you really more of a logical type of sense of reasoning, if that makes sense? Are you really into this type of thing? I know for me, that doesn't really fit my cup of tea, but it could probably fit your cup of tea. And here's some dope career paths you can possibly take to really maximize that intelligence form. Now, number 4, kinesthetics. I think I got that right. I hope I got that right. Yeah, let me know if I got it right. Anyway, it's basically, body smart. Body smart. The ability to use the body to express emotion, as in dance and body language, to play a game, as in sports, and to create new product, as in invention. So, some dope career paths is, athlete, PE teacher, dancer, actor, firefighter, and probably, police officer. Who knows? You can have other career stuff like that, but it's a little glance for you guys to know, to kind of really get in tune with who you are. And I'm pretty sure I feel like everybody is some kind of key point body smart, because we've all been born and raised in sports, and we've done a lot of physical things like that. If you got it, you got it. You don't, you go. Some just got it more than others. So really grasp that. Really grasp that if that's really you. For me, I can dance and I can do a little something like that. Athlete, I got a little athletic body and stuff like that. But these things, I feel anybody could be great at if they apply themselves consistently. Some people just naturally got the genes. Other people just put consistent hard work, which then makes them beyond the average person. So it's all about really applying yourself majority of the time. So body smart. Now, what do we got here? Naturalist, basically nature smart. So really think about this: the ability to discern, comprehend, and appreciate the various fauna, and fauna of the world of nature, as opposed to the world created by human beings. Some dope careers in the sense of scientist, naturalist, landscape architect. Like I said, y'all, I'm not too good with certain words because I've never seen it before. But like I said, this is a live lesson. I'm going to be authentically me. I like to have fun trying to pronounce things. Obviously, I can read. Now, moving forward, really grasp this and understand this. I would think and I would say we all should be nature smart, because this is the world we live in. It doesn't make sense that we all are not to this level of nature smart, if that makes sense. Really grasp that, really understand that. This should be the foundation of every single person, but it's really not, and we're not really being taught this. It's more so like you got to get major in this, or it's so much like everybody, majority of the world is based upon survival mode, trying to make it. So what if the majority of the world was actually in the basis of this, the nature, and taking care of what actually gives us life? Imagine where the hell we'll be at right now. It's pretty crazy. So really think about that. Now let's get even more. Number 6, musical. Sound smart. There's some bangers right here. The recognition and the use of rhythmic and tonal patterns and sensitivity to sounds from the environment and human voice and musical instruments. Careers: magician, DJ, singer, and composer. Are you really dope with music and stuff like that? I feel like everybody feel like they're artists and some kind of dopeness with music and stuff like that. For myself, having my own songs written and beats and stuff like that made. I just think for me, I just feel everybody's great at this. Everybody loves music to a capacity. There's just are some who can actually construct it, who actually can control the way, good at an instrument. I feel like we all, when played an instrument when we were younger or even older, we all try to do those things like that. And some people ain't got rhythm, some cultures, some races ain't gifted in this measure. Majority of them, not all of them, majority of them just Y'all not known for this. I'm not gonna point no fingers, but even more so, some of them are known to be masters of dancing and being on rhythm. I don't need that's unspoken. That's unspoken. No jabs. But even more so, I really want you guys to understand in regards to how therapeutic, musical things is, and how sound smart can really play a key role into your personal development internally, but even more so how it goes about for me whenever I have kids. I really want to be able to play instrumentals all the time. And also really think about instrumentals too, back in the day versus how it is now. It's evolved. Back in the day, it was more like vivid, live, and connected to your soul. Nowadays, it's more to get your body more moving, or to get to more of a different state of, making your body go, if that makes sense. So, of course, a different type of music, but check out what I'm saying. So, now the next one, you know, and then the basis of it is life smart, because like I said, these sometimes when I see these words, I have a brain for it. So you got to exist, and you got and it's used to y'all see it. Anyway, sensitivity and capacity to tackle deep questions about human existence, such as the meaning of life, why do we die, and how did we get here? And if y'all really notice, a lot of these connect with scientists. Scientists have a lot of levels of intelligence, but and philosophers. And there you go, that last one. Lord have mercy. So understanding and really realizing, this intelligence is pretty deep. It's pretty deep, and I can really relate to this as well. And for me, I look at life, and I'm just like, well, if we don't treasure life, then how we gonna live here if we don't treasure it? It only makes sense. It's called, we on a planet. It's a plant. It has life. It's natural life. If we all was to die, humans would all to die. The earth would still go on like nothing happened, because we don't even fit in the ecosystem. We're not. So it shows how much difference that we are. But the thing about this one, it's all about expanding your mind to a whole nother realm of so big beyond yourself, and ask a question that you'd be like, wow. It makes me feel like I'm putting myself in a mode, or putting myself in a situation like I'm having an out of body thought process, or out of body expansion of my mind. I have to go to my spiritual realm to really try to grab the answer. So that's what expanded a philosophy type of minds and scientists and things of nature. They're going outside the realm of the reality versus the realm of spirituality, if that makes sense. You have to tap into other things to get the answer. So it's called a level up. So now number 8, interpersonal. So people smart, basically. People smart. Capacity to detect and respond appropriately to the moods, motivations, and desires of others. Some great careers: that counselor, salesperson, politician, business person, and minister. So I can definitely correspond and relate to this, because understanding in life, for me, I love people. Being in the military, I had no damn choice. But now, even getting older, I love to indulge with dope conversation with other people. And the crazy thing about it is, having my own business myself. I really enjoy, being. I really, not to say enjoy. I really can't live a day without wanting to help somebody and not wanting to be of service. That's just what it is. So people smart and wise of really knowing how to talk to people, how to understand people, and even more so how to identify, how can I be there for somebody. It's very simple, which is why I'm doing this dope live lesson, to have everybody boost up their own intelligence of what they feel is the best one that fits for them, and maximize that, maximize going for that. Just the thing about it, what did they always say, man? Whatever you feel like you're great at, go for it. And if you really go for it with all your mind, it doesn't work out, switch it up. So having these types of intelligence helps you identify that. Now, the last one, but not least, interpersonal. Basically, this is the rarest one out of all the intelligence. This is like not the most common. Self-smart. Capacity to be self-aware and in tune with inner feelings, values, beliefs, and thinking processes. And the careers that researchers, what is theories? Oh, that pronunciation. Philosophers. So, in the sense of this, what makes it the rarest is because you don't really have these. You don't have that many people of spirituality. You don't have that many people who's self-aware of everything about themselves, but even more so looking at the world. There's not that many people who woke. There's not that many people who woke. Really think about that. What does woke stand for? So nowadays it's becoming more and more. But the reason why people, the normal person would say, are that people who just, in the similar realm of spirituality, are the people who doesn't live in a imprisonment of their mind, but in the sense of the overall standpoint of everything. It's more so we're starting to see others. But the thing about it is that social media makes that easy to identify there's other people like us out there. But in reality, of day by day, we don't have that many people that we can actually talk to into the realms of seriousness, physical form as well. So really think about that. This is a rarity one, and this might be you, and of course it probably is you now times 10. So with that being said, and to really sum it all up together, people are born geniuses. Some are born in a thriving environment. Like naturally, like celebrities and things of the nature, they are all obviously geniuses and obviously in the ways of what they have. And majority of it is based upon work, hard ethics, consistency, and all these things. And a lot of them just naturally have that gift, which you can identify the ones who worked hard and the ones who just naturally got it. And then when they have kids, obviously they're already in that natural sense of that. So they're already naturally in the family essence of what they do and what's in their DNA, and they might be good at that too, or they might have something else, but they have a thriving atmosphere. Then the majority of people are created from hard work and dedication, obtaining excellence. So it's about finding out what your strongest intelligence is, and then working and focusing on that in order to become most successful and happy in your life. Really grasp that. The more time you waste, the more time you're not going to get successful. You have to take risks. For me, all the glance of what I did at the beginning of this, glance about me, it's like, I'm out here just going for it. I'm going to find what I'm great at, even though I feel I'm great at all things because I was born and raised to believe that. But in reality, since there's some things about me that I'm just naturally good at without having to think about it, which is why I created the business that I have now. I'm naturally great at serving people and being there for them in appropriate ways of words and being a resource and being there consistently and trustworthy. And I keep going on and on. But I'm just like, damn, that's just naturally me. I got to do that. I got to be there. So stuff like this is what I just naturally love to do. So with that being said, if you guys have any trouble in those things, you guys, you are welcome to Match Me the Word Intelligence. If you would like a free brainstorm session, I would love to help you identify you and who you are. My IG is Kingship Mindset. My Facebook is Caleb Dunbar. And you are welcome to hit your boy up. If you have any questions, and even more so, if you want even more detail and have a one-on-one conversation with me, like I said, I'm true and honored to be myself. Like I was telling y'all from the rip, I'm not the greatest at pronouncing shit. I could have easily looked up some shit to do this shit, but why? I'm honest. I'm authentic. So with that being said, man, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you guys got some great value at this. I look forward to hearing from you guys soon.